working with the elderly is a unique has its unique set of challenges. People are unconscious often; they're sleeping. Oftentimes, they can't express themselves. You have to be highly sensitive to their condition from moment to moment. You have to be very present. There's a lot that comes into play. It's physically demanding. It's not like working on a massage table where all your ergonomics are in place. Your table's at the right height and everything is wonderful. Yes, you can adjust the beds, but there's a lot of maneuvering, and your ergonomics are compromised very often as well. They're not touched. People aren't touched very often except when something's being done to them. No one's just actually touching them or massaging them. When a person has Alzheimer's disease and they're debilitated, the massage becomes very essential because we're talking about moving, circulating blood, moving lymph through the body. And in addition, they suffer from different aspects of musculoskeletal stress. So perhaps because of the position they're in, their quadricep muscles perhaps causing them pain. So you bring some relief to that and it brings them some ease. Basically, that's what we're working for, is to bring ease into their life. People that are in long-term care facilities can't call up and say, oh, I'd like a massage today. Massage has to come to them. And so what it does for me is give me the satisfaction of knowing that I'm offering touch to someone who, without my presence there, would not have it. And knowing the benefits of it, of course, make it such that, wow, I'm able to provide this for these people. It's wonderful to see the smiles on their face. This one fellow, he was just kind of like closed. You can see that, and I just went over to him and I started rubbing his shoulders. And he turned around. He just turned around and smiled at me with the most brightest smile and said, thank you. And he would have sat there for days, ignored. But I said, well, what's with this guy? Let me just go over and rub his shoulders a little bit. And I did. I rubbed his shoulders a little bit. He turned around, and the way he said thank you was from a very deep part of his soul. And you can feel it. And otherwise, he would have just passed it by. But instead of being passed by, he was touched and he was moved. And so was I. That's why I do this work. There we go. There you go, Richard. You can relax your leg. You okay? Bring it in a little closer. There we are. Straightening the leg puts a little too much stress sometimes, because it's so used to being flexed, so you just kind of leave it a little bit, And I'm going to leave his socks on so we don't have any of this nerve sensation that he has. Some of it is just about the energy of touch, and the feelings that come into him beyond, the tactile touch, the physiological effects of the touch, it's just about just the energy of the touch. He's here and he's conscious of what's happening in his own way completely, They all are, even if they're sleeping. The part of them is experiencing it. Nothing is missed, not contingent on the typical awarenesses, see? So you can see so much in terms of response. It's not going to jump up and scream at you, but you're going to see it very clearly, because it's a two-way, thing that goes on, With the administration of drugs, sometimes the nerves are very sensitive. Sometimes that's why I left his socks on, because we found that the slightest movement on his skin was causing him discomfort, so I want to be really attentive to that so that we're not hurting him in any way or causing him any discomfort. So I'm always cognizant of him and his facial expressions. The flexion of the hip is difficult because he's used to sitting in that position. We're going to push him away a little bit and then get him up on there we go. And then just kind of relax the muscles just to kind of let it go again. How you doing, Richard? Yes? I'm going to work on this foot, okay? What is it, Richard? And sometimes the discomfort's not physical. Sometimes it's an emotional discomfort. Something that he's processing. He'll have memories and he'll start talking about things from the perspective of a child. It's not like we're getting him ready to go out and play volleyball. So I'm just doing nice, just fascial work, working the soft tissue. Not doing anything deep, but mostly just circulating. So I'm using compression strokes or just gentle circular movement. And then the clothing offers me the glide I need so we don't have to use lubricant. So I can actually, with sweatpants on or what he's wearing, okay, now we're not sure what's hurting him. So sometimes it's just good to just shift off, and address his discomfort. So. I spend time on the joints also because, the joints need work too. They're ligaments, tendons, and so on, and just, work them gently. I don't manipulate the joints or anything like that or do much passive or active movement with them. I just kind of get in and address them a little bit, because there is a lot of tension, focused, pain at the points of the muscle attachments where they attach in the joint capsules of the body. So naturally I spend a little time there and just kind of address them is all. I just want to get every square inch of his body. Everything I can get in, I'm going to get in and touch and work on. Yeah. You felt that, didn't you, Richard? See the smile? So beautiful. Doesn't get any better than this. And just like with anyone else, you just want to, just gently move the joints around. And Richard's got quite the grip. He was a state patrol officer. And boy, he's got quite the grip. And you know it when he grabs your hands, you know it. I want to help the breathing as much as possible, so that I always make sure I spend as much time as I can, on the pectoral area here and the shoulders, the back, and just, just the musculature, just as you would anyone that had asthma or anything like that. We just want to free up the ribs and the capabilities of breathing, all the things that help us breathe.
Right.
What, Richard? It's almost like putting the energy into the body. It's a part of him wants to actually get up and start running around and doing stuff. It's amazing, you know. On one of our sessions here, by the time we were done, all three of us were belly laughing. I mean, went from that solemn kind of, quiet, pensive kind of, respectful kind of energy into just a all-out belly laugh. He was laughing, and it was just wonderful. I reached out my hand to him and said, "So, Richard, can I come back and massage you again?" He looks at me and says, "Yeah, you can come back anytime." And then he looks over at Kim and he says, "Maybe you could do something for her, too." We just all started cracking up laughing. It was just amazing, Him, me, and Kim, we're just belly laughing in here. It was so beautiful, Go from that place of tears and just solemnness or just the feeling of what we're doing, the beauty, the respect of what's happening here, to just laughing, It's just incredible. I mean, what can you say, Touch is amazing, just the unspoken. Without hurting him, I'm going to try to squeeze my hand down as far as I can and gently start to work on his shoulders. His arms are so much looser than when I started working on him. This is only probably the sixth time I've worked on him, maybe. And at first, his arms are so tight against his body, it was like cracking him loose, But there's always square one, So we started, And now, even though he has this intense posture, still apparent intense posture, tactily speaking, his muscles in the biceps and triceps here have loosened up immensely,
Good morning, Papa.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you for letting me work on you, Richard. Can I come back again next week and work on you? Can I come back next week and work on you again?
How about a smile? Okay.
Thank you, Richard.